Hello everyone. So we are in our last class of signals and system. So we are in the last module and the last topic of Z transform. So the last topic which I'm discussing for this class is unilateral Z transform or one-sided Z transform. So as I've discussed previously, the Z transform, if you see the formula, it is defined from summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z to the power of minus n. So what is our formula for z transform of x of n? Summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n z to the power of minus n. So this was our formula for z transform of x of n. Here, as the name indicates, which is unilateral Z transform or one-sided Z transform, it is defined only for n greater than or equal to 0. So that is non-negative values of n. So if you can observe here, for n greater than 0, what happens is, so x of z will be defined for n is equal to 0 to infinity x of n z power minus n. So this is the formula for unilateral Z transform. So it is defined for n greater than or equal to 0. So in this unilateral Z transform, what important thing you have to solve is, so they will give you them difference equation or the differential equation like y of n minus 1, y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n, and they will tell you to solve that. So in order to solve them difference equation, okay, so in order to solve the difference equation, we will use this unilateral Z transform. Okay, so the main purpose of unilateral Z transform is used to solve the difference equation. Okay, so now two important formulas or two important things you have to keep in mind for solving this one. Okay, the funda is simple. You have to solve a difference equation. So you use this unilateral Z transform. And what are the things you have to keep in mind is these four formulas. If you keep in mind, you can solve the entire, unilateral Z transform easily. Okay. So let us, uh, understand this one. Before that, I'll erase this one. Okay. Okay. So now, if you take for n greater than or equal to 0, there are two conditions, case A and case B. So Z transform for n plus k and Z transform for n minus k. So Z transform for n plus k is z to the power of k whole into x of z minus x of 0 minus x of 1 z to the power of minus 1 minus x of 2 z to the power of minus 2 minus x of 3 z to the power of minus 3 dash 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 up till minus x to the power of minus x into k minus 1 into z to the power of minus of k minus 1. So this is the expansion for z transform of n plus k. So if you want to see the derivation, you can refer some textbook. So here, instead of deriving the things, we will apply the things, keeping these two things in the mind. Okay. So if you want derivation, you can see it's easy. So first what you have to do is Z transform of x of n is equal to summation n varies from 0 to infinity x of n z to the power of minus n, and substitute x of n plus k in your formula. So instead of x of n as x of n plus k, and put n plus k is equal to l, and you can simplify the things to get it in this form. Okay, it's easy. Okay, it's some 2 or 3 steps. You can refer any textbooks, or you can refer any source for that. So here we have to solve the problems. For that, you should keep this in mind. So no need to keep this formula also. This node thing, if you keep in mind, you can easily solve the formulas. So another case, z z transform of n minus k. So first one was x of n plus k. Second one was z transform of n minus k. So this is equal to z to the power of minus k whole into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z plus x of minus 2 into z square plus x of minus k into z to the power of k. Only difference if you observe here is here x of 0 is not there. Okay, so it is completely abolished here, and x of 1 you replace it as x of minus 1. Instead of minus 1 it is plus 1. It is just the symbol change, minus to plus, minus to plus, and minus to plus. That's it. And finally here there's a difference. So x of k minus 1, here it is x of minus k. Z to the power of minus of k minus 1 we can replace as z power k. So these two you have to keep in mind. But what you have to remember for solving these problems is these four things. Okay, these four things are very important in order to solve this difference equation. So I request you to keep this mind. So why I have written this two formula? Because we have to get the difference equation for x of n plus 1 and z transform of x of n plus 2. Similarly, z transform of x of n minus 1 and z transform of x of n minus 2. So first we will take this one, which condition z transform of n plus k. So there we will replace k is equal to 1 and then write the generalized formula so that we can keep this in mind while solving the problems for difference equation. And then for k is equal to 2 we will write it and keep it in our mind. For k is equal to 3, it's easy, just substitute here. So let's go to the first one, z transform of x of n plus 1. So now you have a generalized formula here, z transform of n plus k. So instead of k you substitute k is equal to 1. So what happens? Z to the power of 1. So we have z to the power of 1 into x of z minus x of 0 only up till there. Okay, so this is the formula for z transform of n plus 1. For n plus 2 up till where it goes, it will come up to this term. So z so z transform of n plus 2 is equal to, so I think this should be z. Okay, so there is a mistake there. So z into x of z minus x of 0 minus x of 1 into z to the power of minus 1. So always remember this formula in order to solve the problems. Okay, so these things, it will come in your what we call difference equation. So in order to solve that, you need to keep this in mind. Okay, so this should be z to the power of k, and here it should be z square. Sorry for this mistake. So this one is, since k is equal to 2, z square into x of z minus x of 0 minus x of 1 into z to the power of minus 1. So these two things we have to keep in mind. For z transform of n minus k, so z transform of x of n minus 1, which is equal to, so check this one out. So we have to substitute k value as 1. So z to the power of minus 1 x of z. So I have written x of z and x of minus 1 into z. So this is for z transform of x of n minus 1. Similarly for n minus 2, z to the power of minus 2 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z plus x of minus 2 into z square up till here. So please keep these four formulas important. These things will be required while solving this differential equation. Okay, so these four is very important to solve differential equation. So how did we get this? We have the generalized formula for z transform of n plus k and z transform of n minus k. Just substitute k is equal to 1 and k is equal to get z transform of n plus 1, z transform of n plus 2. If you don't want to remember this formula also is okay, whatever top expansion I have written. So just remember z transform of x of n plus 1 is equal to z into x of z minus x of 0. So z transform of n plus 2 is equal to z square into x of z minus x of 0 minus x of 1 z to the power of minus 1. So second thing, for z transform of n minus k, z transform of n minus 1 is equal to z to the power of minus 1 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z. So second one, z transform of x of n minus 2 is equal to z to the power of minus 2 into x of z plus x to the power of minus 1 into z plus x of minus 2 into z square. So please write it this one in one side, and you can remember this, and we will apply while solving this differential equation. Okay. So having said that, if you keep this in mind, we can solve the problem easily. So let us go to the first problem. So there are, if you understand these two problems, you can solve any problems easily. So I'm going to solve two problems with respect to this unilateral Z transform. So let us understand the question here. Solve y of n minus 3 by 4 into y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 into y of n minus 2 is equal to 2 times x of n, given y of minus 1 is equal to 1 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1, and they have given x of n is equal to u of n. So we have to solve this differential equation. So what we have to do? So just concentrate here. So first thing, you write this one. So what we have? So we have y of n minus 3 by 4 into y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 into y of n minus 2 is equal to 2 into x of n. So now what we have to do is we have to take Z transform on both the sides. So take Z transform on both the sides. Okay. So what do we get? So Z transform of left hand side and Z transform of right hand side. So Z transform of y of n is nothing but y of z minus 3 by 4. I will write it outside. So now we have z transform of y of n minus 1. So now comes, the formula I have told you to keep it in mind. So as of now, let's go back to the formula. So we have z transform of x of n minus 1 is equal to z to the power of minus 1 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z. So using this, we can, uh, solve this one. So I'll write the formula for you again so that you can understand things better. So what we have got? Z transform of x of n minus 1. So Z transform of x of n minus 1 is equal to z to the power of minus 1 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z. So this is the z transform of x of n minus 1. So now instead of x of n minus 1, they have given us y of n minus 1. So what is the answer here? Z to the power of minus 1 into y of z plus y of minus 1 into z. So this is your z transform of y of n minus 1. So let me substitute here. Okay. So what we have got here? Z, I'll write here. Z to the power of minus 1, I'll write here. Y of z plus y of minus 1 into z. Okay. So now what we have got? Z transform of y of n minus 2. So 1 by 8 will be as it is. So what we want? Z transform of y of n minus 2. But we'll go back to the formula again here. We have to remember the things here. Here, if you see, z transform of x of n minus 2 is equal to z to the power of minus 2 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z plus x of minus 2 into z square. So using that formula, we have to get that. So I'll write the formula for you again so that you'll get a proper idea. So z transform of x of n minus 2 is equal to z to the power of minus 2 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z plus, so this should be small here, sorry, x of minus 2 into z square. So this is for x. Instead they have asked for y, right? So we have to write for y. So here it will be z to the power of minus 2 y of z plus y of minus 1 into z plus y of minus 2 into z square. So we will substitute for this z transform of y of n minus 2 here. So what it will be, z to the power of minus 2 into, so I write this here like this. So y of z plus y of minus 1 into z plus y of minus 2 into z square. So we have taken the z transform of y of n as y of z, then minus 3 by 4 into z transform of y of n minus 1. So I have used this formula. Okay, refer this one. And for y of n minus 2, I have used this formula. So I told you keep this in mind so that you can apply easily and get the answer. So right hand side, what we have, z transform of 2 into x of n, that is nothing but 2 into z transform of x of n. So you know your x of n as u of n. So z transform of u of n is what? Z by z minus 1. So 2 into z by z minus 1. So now I have given you the left hand side equation and I have given you right hand side equation. Okay. So consider this one. So what you have to do is you have to simplify this one. So that is for you to do. Take, multiply this one. So y of z minus 3 by 4 z inverse into y of z and z to the power of minus 1 into z, it will become cancelled. So z minus 3 by 4 into y of minus 1. So simplify the things and substitute the value of y of minus 1 is equal to 1 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So those things you have to do simplification. Okay. So I'll write it here. Simplify further and take the values of y of minus 1 is equal to 1 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So that is for you to do. I'll directly write in the form of y of z by z. So you have to write it in the form of y of z by z. So you will get it as 23z square minus 8z plus 1 divided by 8 into z minus 1 into z minus half into z minus 1 by 4. So you will get it in, you have to bring it in this form. Okay. So you'll get y of z by z in this form. Then what you have to do is you have to express in terms of partial fraction. So y of z by z, you can further write it as a by z minus 1 plus b by z minus half plus c by z minus 1 by 4. So I'll write the directly the value of a, b and c. You'll get a value as 16 by 3, b value as minus 11 by 4 and c value as 7 by 24. So now you will get y of z by z is equal to 16 by 3 divided by z minus 1 and 11 by 4 divided by z minus half and 7 by 24 divided by z minus 1 by 4. So now you have got, in terms of y of z by z. So this z you can carry on to the right hand side. So here, so now if you can observe again, partial fraction method. So to get the time domain from your z domain using partial fraction method. So given, since x of n is equal to u of n, so since your sequence is positive sequence, your mod z should be greater than 1. Why? Because you have poles at z is equal to 1, half and 1 by 4. So since x of n is equal to u of n, so it is a positive time sequence, mod z should be greater than 1. So what will be your y of n? Y of n is equal to 16 by 3 z by z minus a. Oh, a power of n u of n minus 11 by 4 into half power of n u of n and plus 7 by 24 into 1 by 4 whole to the power of n into u of n. So this is your answer for your differential equation. So let us see once again and we will understand this problem. So what is the approach to this problem? So the first thing what we have to keep in mind, the formulas. So z transform of x of n plus 1, z transform of x of n plus 2, z transform of x of n minus 1 and z transform of x of n minus 2. For particularly this problem which I have solved now, what we have to keep in mind, z transform of x of n minus 1 is equal to z to the power of minus 1 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z, and z transform of x of n minus 2 is equal to z to the power of minus 2 into x of z plus x of minus 1 into z plus x of minus 2 into z square. So if you keep these two formulas in mind, you can solve this first problem. So the first problem was to solve the differential equation. So y of n minus 3 by 4 y of n minus 1 plus 1 by 8 y of n minus 2 is equal to 2 times x of n, given y of minus 1, y of minus 2 and x of n. So take z transform on both the sides and then use the formula which I told for you for y of n minus 1 and y of n minus 2. So I have given the formula here and you substitute it and simplify and substitute this y of minus 1 is equal to 1 and y of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. So these things for you to do and express in terms of y of z by z. So I have written directly here. So it consists of, some 3-4 steps. You have to simplify perfectly. So y of z by z you will get as 23z square minus 8z plus 1 divided by 8 into z minus 1 into z minus half into z minus 1 by 4. Then express in terms of partial fraction a, b and c. Get the value of a and b and c. And since your x of n is equal to u of n is a positive sequence, mod z is greater than 1. So apply the condition and get them inverse z transform by partial fraction method, and using the partial fraction method we'll get our time domain signal easily. So this is the approach to solve unilateral z transform or application of unilateral z transform to solve the differential equation. So I'm going to solve the last problem. So yeah, so let me go to the last problem for today, and this will wind up the whole signal sense system. So yeah, we have our question here. So a discrete LTI system is characterized by the differential equation y of n is equal to y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 plus x of n minus 1. So given these two conditions, y of minus 1 is equal to 0 and x of minus 1 is equal to 0, you have to find the system function. Here they have given you system function. So what is the system function? If you remember, go back and you see, I have explained you what is meant by transfer function, what is meant by system function, everything. Okay. Then you have to plot them poles and zeros. Okay. Then indicate them region of convergence if the system is stable and if the system is causal. So if you see the question, I have clubbed two things. The first thing, what we have solved today, that is y of n is equal to y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n plus x of n minus 1. So this one we can solve it easily, okay, using today's technique. So this one, for the system to be stable and causal, again after we get that partial fraction, so we have to write the condition for stability and causality. Go back to the properties of that z transform, there have discussed this stability and causality. So that one you have to apply there. So I'll just give you an idea of how to solve this so that you can go about it. So what's the question we have? Y of n is equal to y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 plus x of n minus 1. So now what we have to do? We have to take z transform on both the sides. So take z transform on both the sides. So what happens? Z transform of y of n is y of z. So now what you do is, in order to make it easy, so here only you can do. So bring the y terms on one side and x terms on other side. So you can write it as y of n minus y of n minus 1 minus y of n minus 2 is equal to x of n minus 1. So now you can simplify it easily. So now if you take the z transform, it is y of z. So z transform of y of n minus 1. Go back to the formula. I'll write it here directly because once I have written with the help of formula, so you can write, directly z to the power of minus 1 into y of z plus y to the power into y of minus 1 into z. So that is the z transform of y of n minus 1. So minus, so we are applying z transform for this one here. So minus z transform of y of n minus 2. So z to the power of minus 2 into y of z plus y of minus 1 into z plus y of minus 2 into z square is equal to, we have again z transform of x of n minus 1. So this is nothing but z to the power of minus 1 x of z minus x of minus 1 into z. Okay. So you have to remember the formula. Make sure, go back. If you don't remember, go back to the formula, get the formula right. See, I have made a mistake here. So this should be plus. Sorry for that one. Okay. So understand each formula step by step, apply and get the answer. So I'll write the answer directly for you. You have to simplify that one. So solve in terms of y of z by x of z, because right hand side you have x of z here. So express in terms of y of z by x of z. So I'll write here, simplify by taking y of minus 1 is equal to 0 and x of minus 1 is equal to 0, and get your y of z by x of z. So I'm writing directly for you. You should get as z by z square minus z minus 1. So in terms of, y of z by x of z you have to get, and then you have to simplify in terms of partial fraction, get the value of a and b, and then you have to substitute for stability, plot the poles and zeros. So denominator you'll get the poles, so you will not get any zeros here, and then take the condition for stability and causality and take the inverse for that. So this is your homework problem. So I have given you the idea what to do. So now what you have to do, given the equation, like first problem, you have to take z transform of on both the side, express in terms of y of z by x of z. And then, express in terms of partial fraction, get the poles, get the zero. Now you know the condition for stability and causality. So go back to the unit where I have discussed there. So for stability, it should be, it should leave, it should be inside the ring. For causality, it should be outside the ring. For example, if you get the poles as 1.618 and minus 0.168, for stability, mod z should be greater than minus 0.618 and lesser than 1.618. And for causality, the condition is mod z greater than 1.618. So it's like that. Go back and see and solve the problem. It is again the repetition, get the answer. So it's easy. So now you know the technique, how do you solve the differential equation using this simple unilateral z transform. Keep the formulas in mind for all the things. For 4 things, it is more than enough to solve any problem in unilateral z transform. And this one, stability, causality, this and all I have explained. With respect to that, you have to solve the problems. Okay, so we have come to an end of this signals and system. Hope you find this subject easy. So yeah, mission is passed, and thank you for your cooperation. I think everyone liked this subject. I hope so. And yeah, we can meet sometime. Okay, mm, we'll wind up the signals and system, and if I get to teach you for next sem, let me see. Okay, bye.